Previously on 12 Titans Kennels. You can let them out.
Are y'all ready to come out?
Yeah. There you go.
It's open. Where you? Girl, you is huge.
She's big.
You can't be running up like
Yeah,
that.
come on, don't jump.
My God.
She's a monster.
She's huge.
She's a monster.
Hey, pretty girl. Look at her controls.
Her what? She doesn't have any controls. She just
can't stop.
No, she just has on and off. Oop.
Come here. Hey, big girl. It's like a miniature pony.
Yes.
And I'm bossy and I get them dollars. They can't even hate on what I'm doing now. 수근거려봤자 신경 쓰지 않아. 남보다 높은 level. Compare with me, you gon' look disheveled. 빛나는 $1 million smile or a back zone. 괜히 신경 곤두세워, I would never.
For those of you tuning in for the first time, I'm Erica. And for those of you returning, welcome back. Greg and I raise and breed Cane Corsos, French Bulldogs, Great Pyrenees, goats, chickens, ducks, and rabbits, all on our homestead property. We are proud homesteaders and preppers building a life and legacy of self-sufficiency. You can find us on our second YouTube channel called 12TK Behind the Scenes on Instagram, Facebook, and now we're even on TikTok. So when we're away, you can always find our updates. But before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. It really helps our channel grow and it will allow us time to make even more of these videos. So this is part 2 of an update on the 2 black female Corsos that were returned to us by their families. And this beauty here is named Audi. Hanging out with Audi is none other than Asha, who happens to be Audi's mother. Don't chase my chickens. Go on outside. Come on, go outside. That's what they normally do. And Asha doesn't get tired of that. Initially, we were concerned when Audi came back whether or not she'd get along with the pack. She was very fearful, tense, and all over the place. But when we introduced her back to Asha, it was like Celie and Nettie reuniting. By the way, that was a Color Purple reference for those who didn't catch it. In the previous video, I mentioned that Sweetie was returned because her owner said she was too much for them. In Audi's case, the owner said they had to move to an apartment that wouldn't take a dog her size, and she is rather large. Now, we can argue whether or not these reasons were valid all day long. But what really sticks out to me is that neither of the families were prepared to deal with changing circumstances. And so when I reflect on my own experiences and the things that I value, like home security, food security, financial security, and the happiness and well-being of my family, preparedness is always a common thread. Quite frankly, people just don't prepare themselves and their lifestyles to weather the storms of owning one of these magnificent animals. There, I said it. Cane Corsos are large and strong. Even if they're average size, they are still powerful beings. They require training, consistent daily training. They require preventative medical maintenance. They need quality food. They need exercise and mental stimulation, and they need to know that they are safe, secure, and loved, because they absolutely love their owner. Side note, even though Audi is twice the size of the Great Pyrenees, she just wants to be their friend. Audi is even taller than Asha, though she hasn't quite filled out. The two of them get along well, and to our surprise, Asha even tolerates all of Audi's puppy-like shenanigans. So even though we're happy Audi is back home with us, we are without a doubt not happy about what she's gone through. A lot, and I do mean a lot of energy, time, love, and care went into bringing Audi into existence. The whole process takes between 5 and 6 months. And it all starts with good care of the potential sire and dam way before they're even bred to one another. The female is in season for about 3 to 4 weeks, and during that time, you test to determine the right window of opportunity to breed her, which is generally no less than 3 times. Thereafter, we're testing 30 days after breeding to determine whether she's even conceived, all the while assuring that she has the proper prenatal care. Then gestation averages about 62 days until she whelps, whelping meaning giving birth, to her litter. And the whelping process itself can take many, many hours, and they always time it perfectly to start just when I'm ready to go to bed and I'm a walking zombie. But I'm with the mother the entire time, acting as the midwife. Then I care for the pups until they're eligible for release, anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks later. So when you add it all up, that's a good 5-month process, or even longer, depending upon we actually find the right home for the puppies. Okay, another side note. Have you noticed the herd of deer hanging out casually in the orchard at the top of the hill? Well, let me go ahead and answer a few questions now. Yes, they have no fear of us. Yes, they are a nuisance. Yes, the dogs chase them, including the peers. And yes, they are on the dog food menu at the Wasabi store. I know each and every one of my puppies. I mean, I've spent so much time with them, how can I not? People ask me all the time, is it hard to let them go? And the short answer is always yes. But we try to find not good, but great homes for them. But people are people, and things always happen. And just to bring my rant full circle, when things happen, people are not prepared to deal with the dogs they brought into their homes, presumably as forever family members. And that absolutely infuriates me and Greg. So I'm going to show you Audi as a tiny young puppy and the care that I gave to her throughout that time. For me, it's like flipping through an old photo album and reminiscing when your child was first born. I don't know if people even do that anymore. We used to have actual photos that we put in an album, but now it's all digital. But the feeling is still the same. And then you'll see a video of the actual day that Audi was returned to us and why we were so upset when she came back, the condition she was in, or at least her mental condition. Now, this was baby Audi, or puppy Audi, whichever makes you feel better, but I like calling them babies. Look at how adorable and helpless she was. It's like I can still get a whiff of her puppy breath. I wish I had smell-o-vision. I gave her a lot of love and care, including supplemental feeding like this and dewormings, no matter the time of day or night. I put the energy in, the work in. It's not an easy job. It definitely requires skill and dedication, But I did it because I love it. I did it because I love them. I did it beyond just because we're breeders, but because I really want to see them doing well. Yes, I grow attached. And then she comes back to us like this.
Here, let's walk this way. Let's walk this way. So I don't want her to slip the leash.
First and foremost, these are sentient beings. They can't express themselves like us, but they do have emotions. I'm convinced that Audi knew she had just been given up by her family. She was fearful and apprehensive, and judging by all the barking by the rest of the pack at the village, she brought a highly anxious aura with her. I honestly think that Audi's family loved her, but they were not equipped and prepared to give her what she needed when times got hard. They had not been able to teach her basic leash manners or even recall, and they did not expose her to enough of the world to build up her confidence. We did, in fact, interview this family, and we felt that they were good candidates for having one of our puppies. But there is just no guarantee that life won't happen. And the reality is, when life gets tough, our fur companions are the ones to get the short stick. So here we are. Now, before we start casting blame and judgment on the family, we have to be able to swallow that same pill. Or I should say, I need to be able to swallow that same pill. I, too, have fallen victim to my own impulses and desires. But let me illustrate the lesson I learned and what I did to self-correct.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah.
Hi, so this is King. We finally got our order from Wasabi. Ready for this? Ooh, nice bag. I like it. I like their logo too. So before, we'll get this. Actually, this would come to us raw, but now they actually have this new process where they actually freeze dry the meat. So as you can see, this is awesome, man. We have 30 pounds of freeze dry meat from Wasabi for King. All right, King. Ooh, the big reveal. Yes, look at you. Can't wait for it, huh? You like that? What if you can smell the meat today? Wow, so I think it's awesome. A lot less work, cleaner. So we're gonna actually go ahead and feed it to King. Can you smell it? Can you smell that? Deliciousness. Yeah. And you can see King is enjoying his new meal. Yeah, freeze-dried meat from Wasabi.
Definitely worth the buy.
Definitely worth it, yes. There you go, yep. He's liking it. Hey, King. King. You like it? Good boy. I know I do. King ate all his free-dried meat. That's good job. Yeah. Oh, you like it? Awesome. Awesome, yes. There's a lot more to come. Yes. Yes, good boy.
This is Wiener Schnitzel, also known as Schnitzel, Sir Schnitz-A-Lot, or even Little Schnitz. He's a miniature dachshund. I think he might weigh about 8 pounds, but he has the eye of the tiger. Admittedly, he was an impulse buy. I said, oh my God, that puppy is so cute. What a great addition to my dwarves he'd be. We could just frolic around and play nicely together in the orchard. But boy, was I wrong. I had not done a lick of homework on this breed. What the purpose of the breed was, what motivates them, or what keeps them happy, nothing, not a thing. As cute as Schnitzel is, he is a big old bully. He terrorizes everything and everyone on the homestead. No chicken, no goat is safe around him. He picks fights even with the Corsos. Luckily, they could care less about him. Schnitz even beat up a couple of the Frenchies. Something had to give. Either we were going to have to isolate Schnitz forever or give him up. but I just couldn't do it. This little pencil-nosed hellion had grown on me, and I was forced to learn what he needed. And the answer was so simple. He just needed a job, a purpose, a reason to be. So I gave him what he needed. I let him chase the mice and rats, and then when we couldn't find any more, I let him chase the goats. This could go on for another 20 minutes, but he loves it. And afterwards, he's like the calmest, sanest little dog you would ever meet. And so that was my fault. I didn't do the research and the homework, and I didn't give him what he needed. But once I did, and I put in the work, Schnitz is reformed. Well, not quite reformed, but definitely easier to manage. So he's here to stay. Hopefully that lightened the mood a bit. I don't want this to turn into bashing people who can't take care of their dogs, but it does invoke a good topic around that very thing, and the topic of breeding versus adopting, and whether a breeder should take back their dogs and puppies no matter the situation. So let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. What's the family's role in all of this? And what's the breeder's role? Tell us what you think. Okay, so now we're back where I left off in the previous video. We're over here at the village, hanging out at the French Boulevard while just the nursery girls are out playing. If you didn't catch part 1 of this series, I'll link it in the banner above. Recall that we had 2 black female Cane Corsos return to us, both Audi and Sweetie. They get along swimmingly, however, Sweetie is much more confident than Audi, and you'll see that Audi tends to follow Sweetie's lead. Alright, so let's level set a few things. For those of you tuning in for the first time, our pack is split between our main home, the nursery, the honey hut, and the gentleman's club, these 3 buildings in the village. But we only have introduced Audi and Sweetie to the house dogs and the nursery girls. Baby steps, baby steps. Over here, Anita is the resident den mother of the nursery and in charge. Well,
Anita.
That is until Asha comes over. But in Asha's absence, Anita makes sure everyone knows she runs the nursery.
Hey.
Anita can take advantage of this for now because Audi doesn't really know where she fits in. And since Audi had never had enough socialization prior to coming back to us, she's just letting herself get punked, plain and simple. Be good, Anita. We're going to work more with Audi to build her confidence around other dominant members of the pack. I believe that once she realizes her own capabilities, she will put Anita in her place. In the meantime, Sweetie graduated from kindergarten at the homestead and was sent to formal grade school academy with our 12 Titans' newest trainer, Professor Mia. Let's check in with Shara, our pet nanny, to see how Sweetie's trip went.
Hey everyone, this is Justin from Shipley, Cane Corso. After 18 wonderful years, we're retiring from breeding. But the one question we're constantly getting is, who do we recommend as a Cane Corso breeder now that we're no longer breeding? And without a doubt, we recommend 12 Titans Kennels. More than any other breeder, we see a lot of ourselves in them. They concentrate on temperament, quality, and health, just like we did. And for 18 years, I've told thousands of people there are hundreds of places where you can buy a Corso, but you want to pick a breeder who you can trust and have a long-term relationship with. A good breeder can help give you critical advice with your dog as it grows over the years. I prided myself in being that type of breeder, and 12 Titans Kennels does the same as well. So if you're interested in owning a Cane Corso, I strongly suggest you contact 12 Titans Kennels today.
Today I'm transporting Sweetie. We're headed to go get her trained up by Mia. Mia currently has Marcelo. Marcelo is a sibling to Sweetie. they're brother and sister. They was born in the same litter. So that's pretty cool. It's awesome. They get to see each other. Wonder if they're going to remember each other more so than anything. Mia, she's have 5 weeks with Sweetie as far as training her. Pretty much trying to get her to Marcelo status, man, because Mia, she's awesome. She's been doing her thing, and I promise you her patience is superb. Because the dog can wipe his mouth like Marcelo. He can really wipe his mouth. Like, I have never in my life, and I told Mia that, like, I have never trying to comprehend it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible out here when it comes to training these beautiful animals. I just left the homestead. At the homestead, I'm telling Sweetie to sit, stay, you know, like the commands. She wasn't listening. She wasn't having it. She was not listening. So we're gonna take her down over to Mia, and Mia's gonna spend some time with her and yeah, get her, fine-tune her as far as those commands. So I'm excited for Sweetie's journey. She is definitely going with the flow. Going with the flow as far as it through her life. So here we have Sweetie. And then let me get her leash on.
Sweetie? Sweet.
Let me see. 1 second. Yeah, she did good on the car ride.
She seems so sweet.
She is, but come on, let's see how she is. Sweetie.
Whoa, look at her coat.
Mm-hmm. Sit.
Sweetie, you're beautiful. Hi. You're cute.
Sit.
I want to right now?
Yeah. Stay. Yeah.
Wait, she's so cute. Mm-hmm. Sweetie, we're gonna have fun.
Okay.
About to go potty?
Mm-hmm. As you can see, she don't know any commands right now. She's not listening to nothing. Oh, I would pick it up.
It's okay.
Okay. Oh, it stinks. All right.
남보다 높은 level. Compare with me, you gon' look disheveled. 빛나는 $1 million smile or a bezel. 괜히 신경 곤두세워, I would never.
Well, looks like Sweetie is making a good first impression, I suppose. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Audi is making improvements herself. She's minding her manners, she's mastering her recall, and above all else, she's just relaxing. She has come a very, very long way from the fearful, anxious dog that came back to us. It's very clear that she's on the right path. And maybe, just maybe, when Sweetie returns, Audi can get lessons from Professor Mia as well. But there is not an end to this story because this is real time. One thing to note, the Cane Corso is an amazing breed. They are good-looking, highly intelligent beings that check all the boxes in terms of companionship and security. But my advice is that make sure you're well-equipped and prepared before bringing one into your family. Put in the damn work that's necessary. And make sure that this gift bestowed upon you has a permanent place, not only in your heart, but as well in your home. Thank you again for tuning in and following us on our journey. If you appreciated the video, leave us a like. Feel free to share your respectful thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.
Relax.